Recording and transcription. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Just a acknowledgement that this meeting is being recorded in accordance with Mass General Law. It will be available afterwards. We are also using this nice little AI transcription thing, which was very helpful when I put together the minutes that I sent you guys, because it helped me sort of jog my memory about certain topics. And but I'm going to call the meeting order now at 7:38 p.m. and jump right into it. So I did get a chance to talk to Jeannie Hebert from the Blackstone Valley Chamber of Commerce a bit over email this week. She had stated that they have not done an open for business breakfast for any community in the Blackstone Valley since COVID hit. But she said that was because at the time their grant for that had dried up, but she was overjoyed the prospect of doing another one for another town because she hoped that could help restart the program. So we're going to talk more in depth on Monday about like what would need to be done to make this happen. Do we have any thoughts again, like a rough date range and when we want to do it? My thought would be in April.
Yeah, it'd be great when the spring, right? Springtime.
Yeah, that's my thought. Spring, it gives us some time to reach out to businesses, get together. I'd like to hear like what sort of, because before they had like tons of money to do this, and she made it sound like the grant, after COVID it dried up, but then there's also like ARPA funds and stuff. So, like I think some of that money probably has been restored.
So is that something we need to determine, right? If they have money, if they don't have money,
Well,
then
yeah. Well, I mean, we just need to determine what we'd need to do to make it happen. Because in the past they did mailings, they contacted people, they solicited donations for like food and stuff. I mean, we might have to do some of the legwork on our end, which I'm fine with doing, but it would be awesome if they could do the majority of that and kind of host it. And we could just be the host community, So that like her and I are going to have like an in-depth phone conversation on Monday about it. So
okay.
You think April's a good time period to do so?
Yeah, April's fine.
Sounds good to me. That is my report back on that portion of our election items. There's nothing new in terms of water. I was wondering if you guys had the chance to touch base on the master plan.
Yeah, so I had reached out to Bill a couple months ago now, and his response was that the master plan was finished. It was formalized in, I believe he said October. They were just waiting for a hard copy to be produced, which would then be presented to the select board. He said they had let us know. I haven't heard anything since. So as far as I know, the select board has not been presented the master plan just yet.
Who are they waiting on?
They were just waiting on getting like an actual printed copy of it to present.
From who?
I don't know who prints. I don't know if it's the consultant who prints it or if they send out to Kinko's. I don't know, Tom.
Okay. I mean, if there's any sort of like outreach that needs to be done ahead of a town meeting or something, because I'm assuming this will need to be passed at a town meeting.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. He didn't really get into like what the next steps were. He just said that he would let us know when they received it and be presenting it to the select board. And it's been cricket since then. So Anthony, I don't know if you've received anything. You know, they've been pretty good about sending out emails to that group, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything since.
It hasn't been anything
It's
since. Yeah,
kinda
I
like,
looked at the emails and it was nothing. It's nothing since the last meeting.
Okay.
So, I mean-
I'm more than happy to follow up though.
I mean, I guess it's like, if we're waiting on, if all we're doing is we're waiting on someone to print it, and it's been months now, right?
No, it literally has been months now. Yeah, I'm happy to
Like,
follow
I
up.
guess it's like a question of like what, I know it seems like Bill seems pretty confident, but like, I guess I just don't want this to fall by the wayside again. I guess my question would be like, what can we do to help? I mean, there's several portions of it that need to be put into effect, at both town meeting and otherwise.
Yeah, I think the best thing we can do right now is just, without necessarily harassing them, just try and get a better idea of what the holdup is and where it is.
Right. So I don't know if you guys have any ideas on how we can do so, or like, because I don't want to bother Bill and be like, where is it now? I'm like,
I do think me or Tony can email them to see what the next steps are. I mean, because there is an action plan that comes with it, right? For all the
Right.
committees. And
Yep.
so do they start
even if
working
we're
on it?
waiting on the hard copy, like starting to figure out what place we can fit into in the action plan, might be a reasonable next step, in my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Yeah, I think it's simple enough to follow up with them and see what the steps are going to be for the committees and when we can expect the ball to get rolling on it.
Yeah, I agree. I know I emailed that the that committee, not the committee, but the what's the name of that group that did the work for like a final copy or something like that, and I got crickets.
Was it CMRPC?
Yeah.
So they're probably the ones who have to print they're probably the ones who are printing it.
Yeah.
I imagine they're the ones printing it, and that's who they're probably waiting. What I don't know is like, I guess it's like, it's kind of like weird to me that it's like, oh yeah, they just have to print it, and like this is like apparently been printed, in the process of being printed for months. That seems that like, I guess I fear this falling off like it has fallen off in the past.
Yeah, so I just pulled up the email from mid-December. He said it was approved by the planning board back in October, and they're awaiting a bound copy to present to the select board. He will email the committee at that time. The digital copy is on the website.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it just needs to get in front of the select board, and for some reason, in order to do that, they need to print out some copies, which is taking a while. Unfortunately, that's all I got for you, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, if it was approved back in October, I don't know. Like, I'd like to know like what we can do to help make this happen.
Sure.
But
I'll reach back out and let them know that
I mean, if I'd like to, I guess, frame it in like not frame it in like what this needs to be done right now, like, because that's not my intent, right? I want to know like what the EDC can do to help with the action plan that is going to inevitably be part of this. and if there's any pieces of that we can,
To help
and-
facilitate.
yeah, or get the ball rolling on. Like, just because it hasn't been presented in front of the select board yet. I mean, the planning board has approved it, and right.
Yeah, I can handle that, Tom.
Okay. I guess that would be like, and like you might say, oh well, we have to wait for the bound copy, which if that's the case, then fine.
Yep, that's fine. It's been a month and a half. I think a follow-up is more than warranted at this point.
Yeah, I just don't want to be like annoying either.
I get it. I send out veiled messages, emails every day, so I think I can handle it.
Okay. I mean, those two things are big action items in addition to the water. The past meeting. I think like when there's like open for business breakfast scheduled, or when there's a action items, let's say the master plan for us to do, I think that we'll have more to do as a committee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you had anything else you want to put in front of the committee that we can discuss, either of you.
The only thing I have is the economic development
Sorry.
yeah, that came out of the planning. There are 5 goals that's listed in that document. I
Yep.
think we should at least take time to read it because it is pretty
Yeah. Do we
big.
want to go over them right now?
I could I could read the goals out and then I could send you the document, or I could share the document right now to see it. How do you want to do it?
Or is it something like you're saying, or are you saying this is something we take back and review and talk about more in depth next time?
Yeah, because it is
Is that
a
what you-
huge document. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah. So why don't we do that? Why don't that be our goal for, like, take up the bulk of the next meeting, is talk about what we can do to enact those goals.
Anthony, can I ask that you just resend that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now.
Would you
Thanks.
send that to me as well?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if we follow the schedule, I know this is the 5th Wednesday of the month, but I know we talked about doing the 4th Wednesday of the month. That would bring us to the 28th of February. Let me just confirm something here. I'm just confirming. Okay, yeah. So if we wanted to do February 28th at 7:30 as our next meeting,
Okay.
to follow the schedule we decided on last one. I know we did the 5th Wednesday of the month instead of the 4th Wednesday of the month this time, but
Yeah, that works for me. So
okay. I will put it in there now. And yeah. All right.
Tom,
What?
before we end, do we have to vote on the minutes from last time?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So the minutes you have in your, did you have the chance to look them over?
I did, yep, and I didn't have any problems with them.
Just
So-
we want a motion to adopt them.
I'll motion.
And I'll second.
Okay. Perfect. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. All right. Sounds good to me. Do we have a motion to adjourn till February 28th?
So moved.
All right. Second,
Second.
all in favor, say aye.
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 All right. Thank you very much. I'll
All right,
see you
thanks.
guys next month. Have a good one.
All right. Thank you.